Good morning or afternoon.
No, it's
sometime during the day.
it's fairly early morning, the day after the 4th of July. And were you up late last night celebrating, Mary, shooting off fireworks?
No, I was in the house sitting with my dog who was very upset about the bangs.
I know. That's so hard on dogs.
It is.
I know.
It is a lot of panting and a lot of little
Yeah.
dog treats.
And I have to say, the horses don't like it either.
No.
Big loud noises like that. But be that as it may.
We are out here today bright and early on this festive holiday weekend.
Yep.
And we are going to take a drive on Name That Road.
And this is number 51.
51.
But we're going to have to say it's 51 part 2. Because,
Computer failures.
well, something went wrong. The last time Mary and I got out here, and that was a couple of weeks ago, and we filmed the show, and I got it back to the studio and downloaded on the computer, and guess what? We didn't have any film. We don't know what went wrong because everything seemed to be doing right. And the one, we always have 2 cameras, okay. But the second camera that was working was filming straight ahead out of my windshield.
Out of the dash.
And there was a spot of dead bug or something on the windshield. And it was like it zoomed in on that. And that was all you could practically see. So anyway, that didn't work.
So we are going to make a right-hand turn off of a state highway.
Yep.
And we're going for a drive.
Yes. And this is number 51.
Point 2.
Yes, point 2. Wish us luck.
And
We never have problems, do we? Never.
and away we go.
All right, I'm putting down my sunglasses.
And we're going to take a view of where we're at and straighten out the camera, hopefully. And I think we got it pretty level.
And I was going to bring Zip today, but it's been hot. And Zip is pretty smart. When she gets hot, she runs down to one of our ponds and she jumps in.
She's being swamp dog.
She comes out looking like a swamp dog, yes, and smelling like a swamp dog. And she is not riding in my back seat in my new car when she is in that mode. Sorry. But it's been so hot, Mary, I was seriously thinking the other day of running down to the pond with her and jumping in. And I would have been the swamp lady.
Swamp lady, huh?
Yeah, very definitely.
So this is quite the view. We've got some really strange looking clouds today.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen.
They said we're supposed to get weather, of which we seem to have had a lot of lately.
Yeah, it's been, well, I had 6 inches in my gauge a few days ago, so.
But yeah, we had some weather the other night that was quite a challenge.
Yep.
And it wasn't even forecasted to have that storm.
No, that was a surprise.
They call it a pop-up storm.
A pop-up storm.
A pop-up storm.
Is that like a pop-up business in a mall or something?
I think so.
You hear of pop-up restaurants and what? Okay, pop-up storms.
A pop-up storm.
Okay.
But it really poured like mad. Leveled all the grasses in some of our paddocks. Just unreal.
So this is our nice route today, and the clue I'm going to give them, and you know, Mary hates these clues, but
well, she's always giving it away.
I'm just going to say today we are filming totally in Trempealeau County.
Okay,
All right.
We're all in Trempealeau County.
Yeah, we're all physically in Trempealeau County. We're not meandering in or out like sometimes we do. But today we are in Trempealeau County.
And we made a right-hand turn off of a state highway onto
a county highway.
A county highway.
And now we are, well, or are we? What's going on here?
Okay, we're making a right. Make a right. We'll see how far we get today.
Road closed to traffic? Since when?
Oh, the last time we were up here 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and they had replaced some culverts, but that was it.
Well, let's see how far we can get. And that was perfect because we encountered kind of a challenge.
It was.
Going through a closed road, which we were successful getting through.
Yeah, there wasn't any problem. But it was like, okay.
We have just the adventures. I thought you did research on this stuff.
I didn't. I thought this was open and ready to go.
I don't think it's open. Well, we're gonna find out, folks.
Well,
and if
anyway.
if Nancy's got a whip a Yui out here someplace,
that's the way it has to be. But look at the vista view here.
You know, that fun vacation that you had down in Kentucky with your friends.
The meltdown. It was so hot. Oh God, it was hot.
Nancy was partying with the Kentuckians. Is that what they call themselves, Kentuckians?
The people that live in Kentucky? Yes.
Yes.
But I was there with my in-laws, and they're Illinoisians or whatever.
They're from Illinois?
They're from Illinois.
Illinois.
Yes.
I think that's an improper pronunciation. I think my English teacher would scold me for that.
And none of us are partying very hard anymore, let's face it.
Oh, I saw
taking
pictures.
A lot of naps.
There were pictures on the internet. Nancy was shaking it up.
Yeah.
Midnight.
No, God, it was hot. I wasn't shaking hardly anything. Oh, look, there's another vista view down
here we go.
here.
Let's pass over the camera. That's a nice view.
Oh, it's such a pretty...
This is such a pretty neighborhood.
Yeah. And today
Wow,
is
you
not
can
so
see-
super humid that you can't see a little bit.
But you can see for miles.
Yeah.
Miles and miles. So that's kind of a giveaway too. Because
Maybe somebody's looking at this and saying, oh, there's our house.
Well, you know, it kind of appears like we might be riding a ridge line.
It does.
It kind of appears that way, but you never know.
We're high and dry anyway.
Yeah, and so far so good on the closed road.
So far so good. We haven't driven off into a big ditch they dug to replace a culvert or anything. That could happen.
There's not a crevasse.
No, we're doing okay.
Yeah,
and
this
it looks
is
like
a nice
lot
drive.
of pasturage up here.
Oh, looks like somebody's doing some managed grazing, which is a good thing. It's good for soil health and keep that grass growing. You know, you can use livestock like a haybine.
That's right.
If
Let
you
them harvest them.
Yeah, they're 4-wheel drive. They've got all-weather cabs. They're harvesting, digesting, manure spreading units.
Yeah.
That'll do one thing I've never seen a John Deere or Case IH tractor do, and that's lay down annually and reproduce themselves.
That's true, yeah. Oh, Mary, I've got to interrupt this for a minute. Look at this alfalfa.
Isn't it pretty?
Well, it's blooming.
I know.
And I guess it's because, you know, we were beekeepers. This is what we love to see because the bees make a wonderful white honey off of alfalfa blossom. So when we find a field that's blossomed out like this, we probably get little dollar signs in our eye.
Oh, those beekeepers. They've got them little foragers that invade our places every year. But we need them.
Beautiful honey from alfalfa. Yeah, there's lots of pollinators, and I mean, this is going back to what, the 1500s or something, you know.
Yeah.
Honeybees are not native
No.
to the to the continent here. They were actually
Imported.
Originally they came out of Africa and, you know, were kept in Europe, and then the settlers and the early, you know, the Pilgrims and Puritans and all those people brought them over the colonies in the holds of the ships. So they are actually a non-native, but they've been here a long time. And sometimes I wonder how long something has to be in place before they consider it to be
Native?
a native.
Well, I don't know. That's a hard one.
Yeah, I don't know, because they talk about non-native plants.
Yep. Non-native
And-
species.
And the thing is, though, that seeds get moved around by birds, by animals.
By
you know.
man.
Yeah.
Man's part of this whole conversation too.
Things move around, so.
And they've been moving around for a long, long time.
Yes, it's dynamic. Things don't, if they stay static, then we get into trouble.
Well, looky here.
We're still going, Mary.
We're still driving. We're hanging in there.
Oh, this looks like it's going to be a beautiful canopy drive.
Oh, look at this. We'll have to
Yeah.
remember this one for fall.
Isn't this pretty? Yes.
With the canopy coverage. And what do we have for tree species?
Well,
Oh, we've
we've
got
got
walnut.
an oak.
Oak, walnut. What else? That looks like a cottonwood there.
Cherry. I see some cherry behind me.
Wow. This is a pretty drive.
Isn't this beautiful? It's like a steep bank there, too.
Yep, and you're gonna probably want to wait a little bit before you try to mimic this drive on your own, because it does.
Because we don't know how it's going to end.
we may get you so far down here and then have to turn around and go back the other direction.
That might happen.
So you just better pay attention to what's going on here. I don't want to go down that bank.
Oh,
But
boy.
it looks like there's some TLC taking place out here.
Yeah.
And we're lucky in this county that we have the TV studio, so we can bring you local coverage
Right.
of everything Trempealeau County and surrounding counties. And B, we've got a really good township and highway department.
Oh, yeah. They do wonders in this county, I've been other places where
the roads are scary.
they're not that great.
And it's so important that we can safely move around this beautiful county of ours. And it's important that we support our county. Do things to keep money in Trempealeau County.
Right.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of resources in this county if you just take the time to look for them.
Absolutely. And, taking a beautiful early Saturday morning drive before the next wave of thunderstorms come. What a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You can look at some rocks, Mary.
Oh,
There's
Nancy.
some rocks.
Yep, and these are man-made outcroppings. When they carved the road,
But
I like the rocks,
there's
right?
the rocks.
Because that tells us a lot about our sandstone history. Because all of this was underwater at one time.
And
Layers.
it might be again soon if we keep getting these rains.
Yeah, absolutely. But if the water gets this high up, we're all in trouble.
Well, we really are sunk then, aren't we?
We are, because that would be about 200 feet of elevation.
Dear.
That would be a lot of water. And now coming down this road, you kind of probably want to take it a little bit on the easy side.
Oh, God, yes. If you're out zooming around in your Ferrari, you better slow it down coming down this hill today. I just finished a book, and it's a real classic. It's Aldo Leopold's Sand Country Almanac.
Sand County.
Sand County?
Yep, Sand County. That suck.
Yeah, and I think it should be required reading for everybody. I mean, he was writing in, I think, the 40s maybe?
Yes.
But boy, what a vision that guy had.
He fixed a property through management and care.
He had such a vision of how things work, and when they get disrupted and stop working, that was pretty darn interesting.
Yeah, he was a smart man.
And the one phrase that stuck in my mind was, "Ooh, there's a car coming. I guess they made it through. We'll be all right.
They made it through.
Yay, we made it through." He talked about, can you get soil fertility in a bag?
Yeah.
And that, stop and think about it. Is that Is that going to lead to good things? But I guess we just have to wait and see, don't we?
Well, I think we've learned a lot. And 10, 15 years ago, I mean, I've been handing out soil health books for probably 25 years, maybe 30, if I think back. Wow, I'm getting old.
Yeah.
Holy cats. You know, you don't think about those things until you look at the calendar.
Yeah, and you see, uh-oh, the warranty on my body parts is running out.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But soil health has really come on the scene, and it's something that, you know, we know so little about what sustains us. It starts below the ground.
That's right. I mean, it's so precious, that soil health.
And
but Mary, look in the ditch here. They have been putting in some riprap that is righteous.
Well,
look at that.
I bet you this must, well, you know, with the steepness of this angle, I bet you the water just books down through here.
I'm sure.
And all those rocks will hopefully slow it down and stabilize the bank and
Yeah.
do a whole bunch of other good, what do they call that, grade stabilization?
Grade stabilization. Yeah, they are trying to do it right.
That's good job,
Yeah.
folks. Good job.
That's a big job too. Hauling that rock and then getting it put in there. Oh my goodness, that's a big job. That's hard work.
And I think if this was the week, if it was during the week, oh, we got to show these soil layers, Nancy's.
All right, Nancy's. How many of us are there?
There's 3, 4 Nancy's.
Oh God, that'd be terrible.
See that clay layer that's in there?
Yeah.
So something different happened in geologic time to form that layer, because that's way cut into the bank.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe that was when we lost the dinosaurs.
It's really dark, isn't it? Compared to that big dark strip there. What do you think that is?
It could be something volcanic. It could be something geologic.
You think it could be fire?
It could be fire. I mean, absolutely. You'd have to get a geologist down here to do some scrapings and analyze it. But that's a pretty pronounced line.
It is. And then down here too,
Yeah.
you can see the different colors. Look
Wow.
at that. That is interesting.
And that is called the soil profile.
That's
Where
right.
there's the O horizon, and then the B, C, and D horizons as you go down how soil layers over time.
And you know what? There's probably people right now that have got a hold of their remotes and they are clicking us off because what is this supposed to be? This is supposed to be a drive with these ladies, and we are getting dumped on with all this conservation, all this ecology. My gosh.
And we know our ecology, don't we?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. So,
Absolutely. We just can't figure out how to make these darn cameras go.
yeah, that's our problem. Oh, gosh.
Unbelievable. Here's another. Holy cow, that's a huge oak tree.
And we are,
You wonder how old those are, you know?
yeah, because oaks in warm climates where they just kind of grow all year, they grow pretty fast. But up here, you know, we've got
Oh, they got
a
to
climate where they take some time off every year.
and they've got to fight.
Yep.
They got to fight against oak wilt, which is something that's taking out our oaks. Oh, it looks like we've got some squiggly coming up here.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we've got some bike trails. This
Yes.
is, boy, I'm glad I'm not on this bike trail.
Oh, could you imagine trying to pedal up or down?
No.
Down would be easy.
Well, yeah, but you'd be sliding around on
Gravel.
the gravel possibly.
And I think up would be just, I'd be walking. I'd be
Oh,
pushing my
gosh.
bike.
Yes. And in this heat and humidity, that would be a real depressing occupation.
Yeah, I know. I was doing some weed whacking, and boy, oh boy, did I get warm fast.
I was trying to fix my electric fence yesterday, and it was,
A challenge?
yeah, and like I say, the dog was smart. She kept running and jumping in the pond, you know. And
Do you
I-
have geese this year or no? Because some years I know you've had ducks.
No, there aren't any on our pond this year. We have had, it's not a very big pond. They like the bigger ponds.
Yeah. Yeah. In those ponds, I mean, our pond sometimes goes kind of stagnant.
Well, yeah. It's not spring-fed. Mine are all, they're man-made ponds. So
they are erosion control structures.
They are, and they are wonderful that way.
Yes, and a lot of the erosion control dams that were put in, we know the lady who designed those.
And I have got to say something here, folks. Oh, wait, look at these beautiful lilies. I love lilies.
Did you know that some
so
varieties
pretty.
of lilies are poisonous to cats?
To cats?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Well, I'm going to tell my cat, do not go out and crunch on my lilies. Huh?
Well, and I don't know if it's like the whole plant or if it's just part of the plant, or those are wild colors, but aren't they pretty?
They're beautiful the way they've got them all spread in there. That's gorgeous. But as I was saying, we got to give credit as credit's due.
Credit is due.
Because she is retired now.
Okay.
But she is responsible for a lot of good engineering and conservation in this county.
Absolutely.
And her name is Diane Shapansky.
Yes.
And she's retired now, but I'll tell you folks, she
planned like a crazy woman.
And
she planned and planned and planned and
she did
designed and
work.
built.
And in 1998, when we had that big straight line wind, we had just put in a pond up on our place. I mean, this was all green dirt,
Yes.
And I'm looking out the window because it was raining so hard, and it was like a river was running down into that pond. And I thought, oh my God, it's going to be ruined. It's all going to blow, and we're going to have a huge gully, and
it's going to be a mess.
It's going to be a canyon out here. And do you know that held? It held. There was no erosion there. There weren't any ditches or anything because she had done it so well.
Good job.
Yes. So
good job. And I guess I haven't heard it officially, but she might be fan number 52.
She might be.
She might be fan number 52, especially after that plug.
And now this tree here, I think this is a chestnut.
I do believe it is.
They are beautiful trees, and the country used to be full of them, and then the blight came and took them.
Yeah. The American chestnut.
It is a gorgeous tree. It really is. And it has great wood. It was hardwood, and people used to make furniture and wagon wheels and everything.
And you could eat
else.
the nuts, can't you?
Yes,
you got to roast them, though.
Yeah. I don't think you can eat them raw.
No, because I think they're actually toxic raw.
That could be.
A lot of that stuff you need to cook.
So we made it to the bottom.
Yay!
Yay.
Second time. We're breaking down the barriers.
Well, if that other car got up there, I guess we can too. Are we going to be able to
get through the signs?
Yeah.
Well, Snake, I can get out and move them if we have to.
Suck your breath in, Mary.
We can do the skinny pose.
We'll see. Okay.
And like we said, maybe you give this a couple weeks or so before you try to take this drive on your own. There we go. We're breaking the law. Breaking the law.
And right here, Mary, we got to give another shout out. Look at all that white clover, that white Dutch clover.
Oh, here we go. What do the bees like about the white clover?
Love the white clover, and it makes a beautiful white honey. It's just delicious, and this is something that beekeepers, just like that alfalfa that was bloomed out, this is something beekeepers get very excited over when they see all this white clover, because that's bee pasture, that's forage. And
do you get a premium for white honey?
Yes, we do. The whiter it is, the more money we get for it.
Well, there we go.
Not that it tastes any better, or not that it's more desirable, as far as an eating honey. The reason we get more money from the bottlers is because they can take that white honey and they can mix it with dark honey,
Oh.
And then they get that kind of amber color that
that people expect.
that you see in the grocery stores. You see, oh, that's the color honey's supposed to be. Well, honey takes all different colors and depends on the nectar source.
And isn't buckwheat honey dark?
Yeah, it's like black.
Is it good? Or is it...
Yeah, well, it's got a real distinctive flavor. But I know one year when we made buckwheat honey, we had people coming from a long ways away just to buy a little jar. So,
well, there we go.
yeah.
Uh-oh, there's something
Oh,
in the
something
road.
dead in the road. There's been a lot of that lately.
Oh, yeah, and that looks like that's one of them striped cats.
Ah.
Striped cat,
All
yeah.
right. We'll
You know
get
what a
past
striped
that.
cat is,
Yeah.
right?
We'll get past that.
Yeah.
But we are down in this big valley.
And it's just beautiful.
This is a big valley and big farms here.
Nice drive.
Yeah.
You know, the corn looks a little peaked because it's been challenging corn weather this year.
It'll get going, corn always does. Now look down where that stream is. There was a lot of conservation work done there.
Absolutely. Bank shaping and stabilization and getting rid of the woodies. Although in a project like that, I'd like to see a little more floodplain. Where you take the banks back a little bit further.
Well, water's got to have somewhere to go, I figure.
Absolutely.
And I don't know if it was the county or the feds that did this project, but it was a beautiful project, a big one, really big project.
Well, and this is a big watershed that flows through here.
Yeah.
And we just hope that we still have conservation programs.
Well,
and I'm going to kind of leave it at that.
Okay. We're going to let it drop. Look at this lawn. Oh my gosh.
Holy cow.
That is really...
That's a lawn.
That is an American lawn, I'll tell you.
And it would be so much better if it was full of wildflowers.
Well,
a place for the ground nesting birds.
That's us, Mary. That's just us.
Wow, this is quite a lawn.
That is just us, Mary.
Yeah.
And you and I are...
We're conservationists. Sorry, folks.
We're a little different.
We got issues.
Well, we can do our grand reveal
We
here.
can do our grand reveal.
This is our program. We can do whatever we want, right?
Yeah. We don't have to follow that script.
No, we can throw the script out the window. We are.
And there is our stop sign. Dun, 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 dun.
And what is the road that we have been on?
This is Myers Valley Road.
Yes.
This is right outside of Arcadia.
Yep. We are to the south of Arcadia.
And I think this is
County J.
This is County Road J.
Yep. If you took a left here, you would wind up in Dodge.
And if we go right, that loops us back to Arcadia?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And right here is the cemetery, Calvary Cemetery.
There we go. That's a big one. Well, we want to thank you very much for taking a drive with us this morning.
With the two crazy conservationists. Shut up about
soil health. Soil health. Conservation. Green perennial living cover.
I know, isn't it? We are just, I'm sure we're so annoying. So annoying.
Thank you very much for joining us on episode 51 in season 5. And now we've got seasons, Nancy.
Well, yeah, we got so much of it. So 51 part 2. I guess.
Point 2.
We'll see. All the cameras say that they're functioning, so
we'll keep our fingers crossed. We're trying, folks.
Hoping that when we get back and I slap this onto the computer, that there's going to be something there.
There we go.
Okay, folks. Bye.
We'll see you again.